Miami Marlins. Jeffrey Loria finally selling you in 2017 was the best thing to ever happen to your franchise. Forget those fluke World Series win, this ownership change actually means something. Now you can be consistent and crash and burn the postseason like the rest of us. Anyways, coming out in 1993, the Marlins are the youngest franchise in the NL East and were originally called the Florida Marlins. Their original look, which lasted until 2011, was mostly a rip-off of the White Sox jerseys with the same number font as well. And playing in the same stadium as the Dolphins did wasn't helping matters either, with low attendance that gave way to oceans of empty seats, and any that did show up had to endure the hot and humid Miami summer climate with nothing to protect them. Then came the 2012 redesign to coincide with the opening of Marlins Park, and man, did this age terribly. Thankfully, their current lineup came into existence in 2019 and, at least in my eyes, is the best Miami has ever looked. This home white looks magnificent, and I understand why it says Miami instead of Marlins in order to win back the local populace after years of crappy ownership and poor performance leading to low attendance. Will it be changed one day? Who knows? I kinda hope so. The road gray is exactly the same except in gray, and on both jerseys, I love how Miami is in black and outlined in teal and red. Their black alternate was changed for this year, and while it still says Marlins across the front, they swapped the black text for white text, so now the team name is easier to read. Big improvement. All three jerseys are paired with their black hat that thankfully doesn't have the M too big like most M logos, including their 2012 redesign, even if it was kind of ripped off from the Brewers look at that time. For this year, they brought in a blue alternate, which is essentially a blue version of the black jersey, and I quite like it. They did have a blue jersey in this generation of their uniforms previously, but Miami never wore them in the regular season and were kind of lame only sporting their logo, so this is a nice improvement. While researching, I didn't see anything about their 1993 throwback that they introduced last year. I wouldn't doubt that they removed it from their lineup to not only make room for the blue jersey fitting into the 4+1 rule, but also 2023 was their 30th anniversary, and it's not out of the ordinary to have special throwbacks for just an anniversary year. That said, it's also possible they wear their throwbacks for a limited number of games. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. And finally, their City Connect introduced in 2021. It's no wonder people love this so much. Inspired by the Cuban Sugar Kings with a Latin American twist, it's all quite fitting since the Marlins play in Little Havana. I do love the red with spaced out pinstripes and the crown logo on the hat, so overall the Marlins remain a good redesign. Can you believe this design is now 5 years old? Me neither. To wrap up the NL East, we're crossing the Florida-Georgia line to check out the Atlanta Braves tomorrow.